If you've noticed your erections getting softer, your desire fading, or your stamina slipping away quietly with age, it's not just you. But here's the shocking truth most doctors won't tell you. The real cause might not be aging at all. In fact, studies now show that thousands of older men are losing their bedroom performance because of a simple deficiency, a lack of the very nutrients that fuel blood flow, nerve health, and sexual energy. Yes, your penis may be starving for blood, and it's all because of missing vitamins. I'm Dr. James. For over 30 years, I've helped men in their 60s, 70s, and even 80s restore their vitality and reclaim their confidence. And what I'm about to tell you could change everything you thought you knew about male aging and performance. You see, we've been told that decline is inevitable. But the truth is, your body can bounce back faster than you think if you feed it the right tools. And no, I'm not talking about prescription pills or risky treatments. I'm talking about 3 specific vitamins that science now shows can strengthen the penis, restore circulation, and revive sexual function safely and naturally. And here's the best part. I'll show you how to combine them in a way most men never do. A simple daily routine that's helping older men everywhere feel firm, focused, and full of life again. So stay with me because in just a moment, I'll reveal exactly what these vitamins are, how they work, and why they're the missing key to unlocking your performance after 60. Before we dive in, if you haven't subscribed yet, now's a good time to do it. And don't forget to turn on the bell so you never miss another men's health tip designed to help you feel strong, confident, and in control again. If this message speaks to you, type 1 in the comments. If it doesn't, type 0. I want to hear from you so I can keep creating content that truly helps. All right, let's begin with the first and perhaps most overlooked key to restoring your performance after 60. A vitamin that doesn't just support your health, but acts like a master switch for blood flow, testosterone, and the strength of your erections. I'm talking about vitamin D3, and what it does inside your body may surprise you. 1. Vitamin D3. The master switch for erection power. Let's begin with one of the most critical and most commonly overlooked nutrients when it comes to male performance after 60, vitamin D3. This isn't just a bone-strengthening supplement, it's what I call the master switch. That's because vitamin D3 does far more than most men realize. It plays a direct role in boosting testosterone, opening up blood vessels, and enhancing the very processes that make an erection possible. As men age, their skin becomes less efficient at producing D3 from sunlight, and internal conversion slows dramatically. That means you could be walking around with low levels of this powerful vitamin and not even know it. When your vitamin D3 is low, your body's testosterone production drops. Your inflammation levels rise and your blood vessels become sluggish and narrow, especially in the pelvic region. You may start feeling slower, weaker, and less interested in sex. You may even chalk it up to aging when in fact you might just be missing the nutrient that keeps your sexual system switched on. Clinical studies have confirmed this. Men with low D3 levels are far more likely to experience erectile dysfunction. In one study, men supplemented with 3,000 IU of D3 daily saw measurable improvements in erectile function and stamina in just a few weeks. This isn't just theory, it's biology. What makes vitamin D3 especially important is its ability to support nitric oxide production, the molecule that helps blood vessels relax and open wide. Without enough nitric oxide, there's simply not enough blood getting where it needs to go. And without blood, there is no erection. That's why D3 is foundational. It unlocks the entire system. The ideal dose for most men over 60 is 1,000 to 2,000 IU per day, ideally taken in the morning with a healthy fat-containing meal like eggs or avocado to help absorption. Taken consistently, this vitamin can help restore sexual power and confidence in a way that's safe, natural, and proven. But vitamin D3 is only one piece of the puzzle. There's another vitamin that might be even more surprising, a nutrient that reconnects the signals between your brain and your penis. Most men have never been told how vital it is, yet without it, desire fades, reactions slow down, and control disappears. Let's talk about it next. If you're still here and this message is resonating with you, drop a number 1 in the comments to let me know you're ready to take back control. Now let's keep going and dive into the second powerful vitamin your body's been missing. 2. Vitamin B12, the nerve connector you didn't know you needed. Now let's turn to a vitamin that most men associate with energy and memory, but almost no one realizes just how crucial it is for sexual performance. Vitamin B12. If vitamin D3 is the master switch that powers the system on, then B12 is the wiring that keeps the signals flowing. Without enough of it, the communication between your brain and your penis begins to break down. The result? Slower arousal, weaker erections, and that frustrating disconnect where your desire is there, but your body doesn't seem to respond. Vitamin B12 plays a vital role in nerve function. It helps protect and regenerate the protective sheath around your nerves, especially those involved in sexual response. When you're deficient, which is incredibly common after 60, those signals don't travel the way they should. You might feel tingling, numbness, or a strange lack of sensation. In many cases, men describe it as feeling like their penis is less alive, less responsive, and it's not their imagination, it's a biological slowdown caused by inadequate B12. One major issue is that as we age, our stomachs produce less acid, which means we absorb less B12 from food. This problem is even worse if you're taking antacids, diabetes medications like metformin, or following a low-meat or vegetarian diet. The body simply can't get enough B12 from diet alone in many cases. Clinical studies from institutions like Tufts University and Oxford have shown that B12 deficiency is directly linked to reduced erectile sensitivity, poor pelvic nerve function, and increased fall risk due to neuromuscular decline. The good news is that correcting this is simple. A daily dose of 500 to 1,000 micrograms of methylcobalamin, the active form of B12, can restore nerve health and improve your sexual reflexes in as little as 2 to 4 weeks. Men report not only improved erection response, but also better orgasm control and increased confidence in the bedroom. Still, even with D3 powering the system and B12 restoring nerve communication, there's one last piece missing. It's the fuel, the raw energy your body needs to perform, to sustain blood flow, and to last. And it comes from a vitamin most men have never even considered. Let's reveal the final key that brings everything to life. 3. Vitamin B1 thiamine, the energy spark plug for your penis. The final vitamin in this powerful trio is one that rarely gets attention when it comes to men's sexual health, yet it plays a role so fundamental that without it, the entire system slows to a crawl. I'm talking about vitamin B1, also known as thiamine. While D3 turns on the system and B12 ensures the signals get through, thiamine provides the energy, the actual spark that powers every muscle contraction, every surge of blood flow, every moment of sustained performance. Without enough B1, your body might want to respond, but it simply can't. Vitamin B1 is essential for converting food into usable energy in the form of ATP, the energy currency your muscles and blood vessels rely on. When your levels are low, the result is fatigue, heaviness, and sluggish blood flow, especially in your lower body. Men with thiamine deficiency often describe feeling like their erections don't last, that they lose energy quickly, or that they simply can't get in the zone. It's not just mental. Your body is running low on the fuel it needs to follow through. What makes this even more concerning is that B1 levels naturally decline with age. Medications like diuretics and metformin can flush it out of your system, and if your diet lacks whole grains or legumes, common in seniors who simplify their meals, you're likely not getting enough. A study published in the Journal of Neurological Sciences found that older adults who took 100 mg of B1 daily reported improvements in energy, sexual endurance, and even blood flow to the pelvic area within 1 week. Thiamine also supports the nervous system, especially in the peripheral nerves connected to the penis and pelvic floor. That means better sensitivity, stronger contractions, and more reliable erections. Not just the ability to get hard, but to stay hard and stay present. A dose of 50 to 100 milligrams per day taken with breakfast is often all it takes to restore that energy and drive you remember having. Now that you understand how D3 powers your system, B12 restores connection, and B1 fuels your performance, there's one final step that brings it all together, and most men miss this part entirely. It's the way you combine them daily that determines how fast and how well they actually work. Let's put the pieces together. If you're still watching and finding this valuable, type the number 1 in the comments to let me know you're following along. Now let's move forward and uncover point number 4. This is where things really start to come together. 4. How these 3 vitamins work together. Synergy that rebuilds your bedroom power. Now that you know the 3 vitamins, D3, B12, and B1, it's time to understand what truly makes them effective, how they work together. On their own, each of these nutrients supports a critical part of your sexual function. But when used together, in the right amounts and at the right time, they form a complete system that brings your performance back online, stronger, faster, and more naturally than you might believe. Think of it like this. Vitamin D3 is the ignition switch. It signals the body to produce testosterone, reduce inflammation, and open up blood vessels for better circulation. That's your foundation, the ability to get blood where it needs to go. Then comes vitamin B12, which restores the connection between your brain and your body. It makes sure the signals for arousal, touch, and sensation are fast and precise, helping you feel more present and more in control. Finally, vitamin B1 is the fuel that makes it all move. It charges your muscles with energy, helps sustain erections, and gives you the stamina to enjoy intimacy again without fatigue or frustration. Separately, they help. Together, they transform. That's because these vitamins target the 3 core systems of male sexual health: hormones, nerves, and circulation. When one is off, the others suffer. But when all 3 are supported at once, something powerful happens. Men begin to feel a return of strength in their lower body, increased morning firmness, better responsiveness to touch, and a more confident sense of control during intimate moments. And the best part? It all comes without the risks or side effects of medication. But there's something even more important, something most men never realize. Even with the right vitamins, results depend on how you take them. Timing, dosage, and even the type of meal you pair them with can make or break your success. Up next, I'll show you exactly how to build a simple daily routine that activates all 3 vitamins for maximum effect, without confusion, guesswork, or wasted effort. Let's build your game plan. 5. Common mistakes older men make with vitamins and how to avoid them. Even when men over 60 start taking the right vitamins, I often see them make small mistakes that limit their results. These aren't reckless errors, just common habits no one ever corrected. But if you want to regain real sexual power, you need to get this part right. Vitamins don't work like magic, they work like tools. And using them correctly is the key to unlocking their full benefit. The first mistake is taking vitamins on an empty stomach. This especially applies to vitamin D3, which is fat-soluble. If you don't take it with a meal that includes healthy fats, like eggs, olive oil, or avocado, your body won't absorb it properly. Many men pop a D3 capsule with just water and expect results. But without proper absorption, it's like putting fuel next to the tank, not inside it. Another mistake is taking vitamin B12 with coffee or tea. Both beverages contain compounds that interfere with B12 absorption. It's best to take B12 midday with a light meal and water. I've also seen men rely entirely on multivitamins, thinking they cover everything. The problem is most multivitamins don't include therapeutic doses of D3, B12, or B1, and they often use cheaper, less bioavailable forms your body can't easily use. Overdosing is another concern, particularly with vitamin D3. More isn't always better. Taking excessively high doses without supervision can cause calcium imbalance and lead to issues like kidney stones or nausea. And of course, inconsistency is a silent killer of progress. Taking vitamins for 3 days, skipping 4, and starting again doesn't build results. Your body needs consistency to repair and rebuild. especially after 60. But the good news is that these mistakes are easy to fix. With a simple plan and the right rhythm, you can get the full benefits of each vitamin. And that's exactly what we're diving into next. I'll show you a straightforward daily routine, doctor approved, that activates all 3 vitamins like a switchboard, giving you a steady, natural boost to your performance starting from the very first week. Get ready, this next part ties it all together. 6. The simple daily routine, a doctor-approved protocol for men over 60. Now that you understand what these 3 vitamins do and how they work together, the real magic lies in how you take them. Most men never get results because they never build a simple, consistent routine. But once you follow a daily rhythm, something incredible happens. The body responds. Hormones begin to shift. Blood vessels loosen, nerves fire faster, energy returns, and intimacy starts to feel natural again. Here's how I recommend structuring your day. In the morning right after breakfast, take your vitamin D3 and vitamin B1. But make sure your meal includes healthy fat. Think eggs, avocado, full-fat yogurt, or a spoonful of olive oil. That fat is essential for helping your body absorb vitamin D3 properly. Vitamin B1, on the other hand, works best earlier in the day when your body is preparing to be active. It'll help with blood flow, energy, and stamina for the entire day. Then around midday, take your vitamin B12. The best form is methylcobalamin, the active version your body doesn't need to convert. Take it with lunch and avoid coffee or tea for an hour before or after. This one boosts nerve response, mental clarity, and sexual sensitivity. By splitting your doses like this, you allow each vitamin to work at its peak and support the body's natural rhythm. This routine isn't complicated. There's no need to overthink it or rely on expensive treatments. It's just about giving your body the exact fuel it needs at the right time. And when you do that, you stop working against time and start working with it. Most men report noticeable differences in 7 to 21 days. Firmer erections, better energy, faster arousal, and more confidence. But before we wrap up, there's one more thing I need to say, something most doctors never mention. It's not just about vitamins or routine, it's about the belief that your best years aren't behind you. They might just be starting. And in the final moments of this video, I'm going to share a message every man over 60 needs to hear. Especially if you've been feeling uncertain, frustrated, or forgotten. Don't miss it. Conclusion: your strength isn't gone. It's waiting to return. If you've made it this far, you already know something deep inside you. Your strength, your performance, your confidence, they're not gone. They're dormant, waiting for the right support to come back to life. I've spent over 3 decades helping men just like you, men in their 60s, 70s, even 80s, who thought they were too old, too tired, or too far gone. But the moment they gave their body what it truly needed, everything started to change. And it didn't take surgery, risky pills, or impossible workouts. It took 3 essential vitamins, a simple daily plan, and a commitment to stop settling for less. This is not about chasing youth. It's about reclaiming power. Your body still knows how to respond. It still remembers how it felt to stand tall, move confidently, and connect deeply. And now, with the right tools, vitamin D3 to restore circulation and hormone health, vitamin B12 to rewire the signals between your brain and your body, and vitamin B1 to fuel the energy behind it all, you're no longer guessing. You're giving your body the exact support it needs to thrive. But let me leave you with this. No one is coming to fix this for you. Not your doctor, not your partner, not some miracle drug. You have to take the first step. You have to believe that change is possible, that your body can recover, and that your intimacy, connection, and confidence still matter. Because they do. So start today. Get your vitamins. Build your routine. Stick with it. In 1 week, you might notice more energy. In 2, stronger mornings. And in 3, you may find yourself feeling more like the man you used to be, only wiser. Don't let age define your potential. Let action do it instead. You've got what it takes. Now go prove it.